The countdown to tax day now sits at 6 days. Tick, 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 right? We talk with an expert coming up about the different ways that you can pay, and there's even a payment plan. Well, tax day is coming up. It's not a topic anybody really likes talking about, but we have to. It's less than a week away, and everything now seems electronic. Instead of these stacks of papers, it's all just instantaneously submitted to the government. Bob Hockensmith, certified public accountant, is the guy that gets it there and makes sure all is on the up and up. Let's talk about that, Bob. The digital, it's nothing new. TurboTax has been around for a long time. All these digital submissions have been around for a while, but it seems like how many are still doing paper? Are there still people who just do paper?
You'd be amazed at how many do paper right now, Dan. We have 239 million tax returns submitted each year.
Okay.
160 million are electronic.
Okay.
So we have quite a bit still being done by paper because a lot of people want to file by themselves, and they still don't trust the computers, and they don't trust that people are hacking into their systems, so they want a paper file.
Sometimes you sacrifice convenience for that, but some people, they don't trust the computers.
And sometimes you have to file by paper. For instance, if you've adopted children, you have to file by paper.
Okay.
If you've had identity theft, you have to file by paper. So there are, if you amend your tax returns, you have to file by paper. There are certain reasons that require you to file by paper.
Interesting. Oh, that's interesting information for folks at home, because the individual circumstances, obviously you need a tax professional to tell you this is how you do it in the era of those quick, convenient ways to do it. So as we are counting down, what are we, 6 days out?
Yeah, next Tuesday.
We're really running towards the finish line here. What do people need to know in these last days?
Well, one thing to do is, if you can't pay your tax return, or if you can't pay the taxes that you owe, go on extension. An extension allows you 6 months to file the tax return. If you owe taxes, you will still get a penalty, but the penalty is 1/2 of 1%, which is probably the cheapest loan you'll ever get, you know, 1/2 of 1%.
Yeah.
If you have filed your taxes and now you have to pay, there are certain ways you can pay. You can actually go to a 7-Eleven store and you can actually pay your taxes at a 7-Eleven store now.
Right?
People pay by cash. Go to 7-Eleven, you can pay your taxes in cash. That way, all the 7-Elevens in the United States.
Wow, and that's about the only way you can do cash, too, because you're not going to put cash in an envelope and send it into the IRS.
Right.
That's a no-no.
You can pay by credit card. You can pay by check. You can electronically pay. You can have it taken out of your checking account. There's all kinds of ways to do it now.
I feel so cynical saying the government definitely will make sure that you can get your money to them.
That's right.
Send it off any way you can. Again, this is just one of those things where you want to make sure you file it, though, because don't wait.
Yeah, do not wait. And a lot of people are afraid, well, gosh, I don't have my stuff together. You can file a tax return, and if you find that you forgot something or you left something out, you can, you can amend the tax return. You have 3 years to amend your tax return. One final thing, Dan, those who haven't filed their 2014 tax return have until next Tuesday to file, or they lose the refund they might be due.
And there are refunds sitting there.
There's $1.1 billion sitting waiting for someone to collect. The average refund is $850 that people still have not filed for.
So that is just those who have not filed. They might be entitled. It's not like you and I have filed, so we've just got money sitting there.
Right, exactly.
Okay,
yeah.
Sorry on that, folks. If you haven't filed, do it now within the next few days. Bob Hockensmith, so glad you're here in your very busy season, and happy filing, folks.